Hello guys, welcome. This is Scrub League. This is our very first video. We're coming at you for our very first deck profile. This channel will have many more to come, and we hope to either, give you guys, we're also going to post duels and other things, give you guys good duels, good games, good decks, stuff that you can learn from anything, really. We are... I personally am a scrubby person playing a good deck. This deck went 0-4 tonight, and it is one of the best decks on the format right now, and I lost to Time Lord Karibo. So
it happens to the best of us.
So it really shows you something. Let's get straight into the deck profile. We have triple Alpha Thuban. Alpha Thuban is a really good card. It allows you to search a ritual monster, which then allows you to go into more Drytron plays. Double Delta. I run 2 Delta. Could run it as a 3 of. I feel like it's a definite 2 of in my opinion. Allows you to draw a card if you reveal a ritual monster or a ritual spell. 2 Gamma. This is one that could vary between 2 and 3. In my opinion, I think it's a 2 of, but that's up to you. It gets a special summon. You tribute a Drytron or a ritual monster, special summon it, and it special summons another Drytron from the graveyard. So it gets you 2 bodies on board, which is good. You can go into Verde Anaconda plays or Unicarrier plays, which is what this deck likes to do. 2 Zeta. Zeta is a really good card. It gets you into your ritual spell so that you can search off your ritual spell, so you have fodder for the Delta so that you can show it and draw a card. It's a 2 of. I've seen some people running a 3, but I once again think it's a 2 of. I think the only 3 of you need in the deck, other than the next card we're going to get into, is Alpha. So then the 3 of is this crazy card, Benton. Benton is one of the craziest cards in the game right now. It's non-once per turn search for a light fairy monster. This is insane right now because you can just loop Benton after Benton after Benton with this deck, and it's honestly really fun. Lancia. This is our fairy package for the Benton. We'll start out with Lancia. Really good hand trap this format. Other than that, I don't know. There's a lot of banishing this format. Other than that, there's not a lot to say about it. Herald of the Orange Light. It's a monster negate. On top of that, you get to send it and Eva to the graveyard. Eva's effect then procs, which allows you to get another play off Herald of the Orange Light. 1 Herald of the Purple Light. This card is your trap negate. The trap negate comes up sometimes, not too often. You're mostly sending it off as fodder for the Herald of the Orange Light. Other 1-ofs. Manju with the 10,000 hands. Almost said arms. Got a lot of arms though.
Big E Honda fan. Big fan of E Honda.
This card, obviously, it's an old card. It searches for a ritual monster or a ritual spell from your deck and adds it to your hand. I don't like to waste my normal summon on it, but it comes up sometimes where you need it, so not gonna lie, kind of is a necessity 1 of. Then you have Eva. Eva's pretty crazy in this deck, honestly. You send this and Herald to the graveyard, then you get to banish 2 other light fairies other than Eva, and you get to add. So once you've already did a monster negate. Now you get to add another Herald of Orange Light and a Purple Light back to your hand. So now you get 2 monster negates. So it's pretty crazy. Then the craziest card in this deck, which is the kind of the FTK of the deck in my opinion, because it can first turn win, Vanity's Ruler.
My man out here ending on a floodgate.
Yeah, a lot of players right now are ending on this floodgate. It is a really good floodgate. Your opponent cannot special summon monsters while it's on the field. It's free off Gamma, and Gamma is just your two targets for it, two tribute targets for it. One Natasha. Natasha's crazy. It's another non-once per turn snatch and steal. It's not a snatch. It's a non-once per turn snatch and steal. You just link it off. You seal your opponent's monster, and then you link off their monster and Natasha again. Banish another Benton, and you got another monster off their field. It's board breaking. It's really good going second card, or whenever it comes back to your turn, third turn, going second. It's a really good card.
You do have to summon it properly first, right?
That is true. Don't let someone just send it to the graveyard and then start going off with it. Always make sure that they ritual summon it first. It has to be ritual summoned properly to use its effects. And then you start linking it off and going off with it. Necroz's Trishula, another board breaker, in my opinion. Really good card. Everyone knows what it does. Banishes one from field, graveyard, and hand. It's really good in my opinion. I like it in the deck. Some people, I'll give some other ritual monsters you can run at the end of the video. But this is, in my opinion, not a definite one of, but it's my preferred card. One Dawn Knight. Dawn Knight's a pretty fun card. You equipped it onto Union Carrier, and then you use like Metatronus Drytron to ritual summon Benton from graveyard. Yes, this card allows you to ritual summon from graveyards. It's honestly pretty fun. Then you get to send another Drytron name to your graveyard from deck, because it sends one light monster from deck to graveyard. It's a Deck's Armageddon Knight. Matron Striketron. This is the bread and butter of the deck, in my opinion. You run it at 1 because you can just replace it back off its own effect by just lowering a Drytron monster's attack on field, gain it back to hand. You can also add it back from graveyard off preparation of rites, obviously. Really good card. Another one of Foolish Burial. Sends a Drytron to graveyard, that's obvious, or it can send Benton to graveyard, so you can ritual summon Benton. Good card. Terraforming to search our rituals, or to search, not ritual spell. Yeah, Terraforming searches ritual spells now.
Who knew?
It searches out our field spell. Getting into the 3-ofs, we have 3 Drytron Nova. Nova is a really good card. It's the quick launch of the deck. Special summon a Drytron monster, and then that monster is destroyed during the end phase, but by that time you've already linked it off or something like that, so that doesn't come up too often. But really good card, definite 3 of, in my opinion. We have 3 Preparation of Rites. Non-once per turn, add a ritual monster to your hand. See, here's the thing about ritual cards. They have all this broken support, and they've been waiting for a deck like Drytron to come along and just kind of utilize it. And Preparation of Rites is one of those cards, just like Benton is one of those cards. And it also can add a ritual spell from graveyard to hand. 3 Drytron Fafnir. Fafnir is a pretty cool card. It adds a Drytron spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and it's got this, it's basically a magical meltdown for ritual monsters, ritual spells, which is really cool. Because this deck really, ritual monsters needed a magical meltdown. To be honest, they kind of did. They needed something. It can also reduce monsters' attack points by their level. So that's a pretty neat effect. Doesn't come up too often. 3 Cyber Emergency. We all know what Cyber Emergency does, but now it can be used in a deck other than Cyber Dragon. So now we've got, you can just search any of the Drytron monsters, and that's honestly pretty crazy in its own right, because you want these cards in your hand. This is one of the most consistent decks of the format because of it. Cyber Emergency, really good card. One Link Karibo. Link Karibo, obviously they're all level 1, so run you Link Karibo, you just activate Drytron Nova, link off your Nova target for a Link Karibo, and then you can special summon your Drytron from Graveyard. Boral Sword for OTKs. Union Carrier to equip Dawn Knight for that combo. Link Spider for Nibiru, or if you're going up against a Dino player, which happens sometimes. I really think Link Spider right now is not a necessity for the format, but I think it's definitely something people need to think of running in their extra deck. Nightmare Unicorn, obviously, just a really good card. Nightmare Cerberus and Nightmare Phoenix to end off our Nightmare package. I run the whole Nightmare package. You can link climb really crazy in this deck. You can co-link in this deck. So I think it's pretty good to run the whole package. Geonator Transverser. Transverser is a pretty good card. Watch your zones, people. This will steal your monster. That's another thing. A lot of people aren't watching their zones nowadays. I stole a dude's some mon based off this because some dude was playing Sacred Beast. So you really got to be careful about your zones. Appaloosa, the Bow of the Goddess. I'd take this out for an access code talker, in my opinion. I don't go for a big OTK in this deck, but it could be something that I'm missing. You could take out the Bow Goddess for an access code talker, or you could take out the next option I have, Warlord Dragon, another Snatch and Steal basically. You could take it out if you want for an access code talker. I personally just don't run it. Herald of Mirage Lights. It is another negate. You can just send a fairy to the graveyard, and it is a spell, trap, or monster effect negate. So, oh no, sorry. Yeah, spell or trap effect. So, not a monster negate. Go into our Xyz. We only run 4 Xyz in this deck. Kikin Agasha Fuko.
However you say that.
Yeah, however you say that.
We're uncultured around here.
Yeah, we're uncultured. You can detach 2 materials from this card for the rest of this turn. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. It's a way to get into Zeus. Easy way to get into Zeus. 2 level 1 monsters, not hard to get to. Nightingale. Nightingale can attack each for the Xyz material it has. And gains 200 attack for each Xyz material it has. So just nip them for 800 damage, and then you drop your boy, Zeus. I played double Zeus. I enjoy double Zeus in this deck because sometimes they can just out the first one. You can take away 1 Zeus for the Downed Magician, I think is
Downward Magician.
Downward Magician, yes. Downward Magician, because it does make your Zeus a 4 material, because you just you just Xyz 2 of your Drytron monsters into Nightingale. You Nightingale attacks, then you Downward Magician, then you Zeus. But you could easily solve that just by running double Zeus as well. After that, we'll go into the little bit of spice cards that you can run. I didn't go into it in the deck profile, but you can run a 3rd Gamma if you want. I don't do it. I think it's a 2 of. But you can run the 3rd Gamma. Draconoids if you want. 4,000 beater, monster banish on top of all that. It's a pretty good card. Herald of Ultimus, Omni Negate. Just discard a fairy monster. If you're going real heavy into the fairies, maybe play this. If you're using a build with like the Cyber Petite Angels, maybe play this. It's all up to you. And I side deck these two cards because they're fun. The Demise Supreme King Armageddon. Just drop this on someone and let them read it and just be like, what the fuck does this do?
I mean, you can make it. That's all that matters in the end.
Yep. And Chaos Max Dragon. Just because I like Chaos Max Dragon.
He's a cool bean.
He is a cool bean. But with that, guys, that is my Drytron deck profile.
Oh no.
That is my Drytron deck profile. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy it. Leave a comment if you want more, or just tell me what else you all want to see. If you want to see more meta decks, or if you want to see more taken away from meta, which is more, scrubby decks.
We'll bust out the Karibo tomorrow.
Yeah, we will bust out the Karibo tomorrow. Karibo Time Lords on the way.
Karibo Time Lords on the way. Wait for that one.
You all have a good one. See you.